What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Stronger than Ice Head Jog here, and we are here for a draft analysis. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm break the fourth wall. You can obviously see another team down below. Obviously, we have two types of draft analysis, but I don't care showing off both of this one because it's gonna get uploaded regardless. But we are here for the NNDL, the Neomori Nation Draft League. Hopefully, I said the first name right. And we're actually taking over a team, and we're actually taking over my good buddy, my good brother, Zach, aka the Weather Gamer. Zach personally told me that this league, he's not really feeling it. He's not really enjoying his time with the season. He's not really enjoying his time with his team, and just generally didn't really feel like playing anymore with a team he just not really cared for. So, oh, really? Which it's a fair statement. Sometimes Zach has stated that in the past, and it's honest. If you don't like your team and the changes you make to your team, and you still don't like it, and you're just not feeling it, you just kind of have to just admit to it and just move on. Which is fair statement, fair moment. But even though yes, I'm doing so many draft leagues right now, especially since I'm gonna be drafting really soon for one of those draft leagues, which you guys won't be able to see. Actually, two of them, pretty much. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. So, excuse me. Yeah, but I'm just gonna have to go with it, rock out with it, and just go from there. But yeah, we're taking over the team. I made 4 transactions overall to the team, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like Zach's original team. His original team was also really nice too. I did take one big hit to this draft, and this one big hit to the draft is I am not going with an electric type. For one, I was stupid and didn't realize that, and I didn't really feel like redoing the math I had already did. It goes, math is terrible. I hate math. And but to make sure I clearly stated, I said I hate math, not the other word. Because that's when I was yawning, and yawning could have affected what I said. So, but in hindsight here, the team overall at the Z log, I really was gonna be tempted to not lie, keep the whole team, but I didn't really like Alon Raichu, which was really on this team, and I think there was one or two better electric types. I actually think I should have went with my idea and gone with Rotom-Mow, and then actually probably keeping Gengar. And then probably, well, I guess I would have been forced to have to get rid of Almorlo to fit the point budget because it's 130 points, which I think is a lot of points. But there were a lot of mons priced very high, and I'm going to try to use my mental memory to actually kind of tell you guys the point value of all these Pokemon. But let's go over the mons again. We're going to talk about pretty much any of the mons I made the transactions for. I'll talk about real quick. But overall, let's go over the team. So the one pick that Zach actually just recently picked up before he dropped out was Celesteela, which I actually did not even think of. No, he dropped that to pick up Celesteela. I actually was very surprised. Also very sad that he didn't get to enjoy it as much. Excuse me, enjoying as much as I think he could have had, which is unfortunate. But for me, I love Celesteela. Celesteela in the Ubers League we're in right now, it kind of didn't get to hold off. It would have popped off majorly if it hit a freaking meteor beam. But the few other times I've used Celesteela, I personally have loved. Celesteela is a really good bond. I definitely think I love using it more as an offensive piece than it is defensively. But I just love this mon. It's really good mon. Solid steel typing and as well. Obviously, it's a steel type, does not get rocks, which means you gotta get Pokemon that can kind of fit that a little bit of an issue of sorts. Excuse me. But we got some ways around that and all that. But I really did enjoy Celesteela, and I think it was a mon I was willing to keep on here. I could have swapped it out for Aegislash, and I can give Aegislash another go around just to see if I fully did like it. Because the first time I ever really used it, it was at the end of the season, probably about 50-50 with it, kind of like 55, 45 kind of thing. But staying on the team as I'm on, I have not gotten to use in so long since roughly typically this. I think I used this mon. Oh, relatively somewhere in the beginning of Gen 8, maybe. It's stuff like that. Excuse me. I don't know, but it was one of those things. But overall, I haven't used Garchomp in a long time. I think the last time I used Garchomp, I didn't get to use it effectively well as I should have. But this time around, I'm really hoping to use Garchomp really strongly. It's a good mon that can use especially offensive because it does actually have a decently good special attack set at base 80, which I think a lot of people sleep on nowadays. Because I went full special. I keep saying charge. I don't know why. Full special on my excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Um, yeah, I just lost my train of thought for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, Garchomp, really good mon. It's a good first. It's a stealth rocker as well. Decently defensive with rough and rocky helmet sets, which can be really, really good. I've seen a good friend of a decent pal of mine, Doctor Psy, can actually pop off with a rest sleep talk variant. Which who knows if I see the right matchup, maybe I'll try to work that. I've never really used rest sleep talk on a lot of my mons, but we'll see where it gets us. You know, you never know. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. It's time for me to go to bed. Another mon I kept on the team was my boy Saggy Pants, aka Scrafty. By the way, the highest point tier requirement was 20 points. Um, all the 20-point mons were gone. There were only, I think, like a few 19-point ones left, like Celesteela. Well, not Celesteela, like Melmetal, but I think that was actually it, actually. I actually didn't go Melmetal because of, well, spoilers. But, Scrafty here was 13 points, and I think that was really over budgeting for Scrafty, in my opinion. I think Scrafty could have easily been a 12 to 10-point mon, I feel like. But there weren't a lot of great dark types left. Like, there was obviously the opposite dark 5D Pangoro, which probably was better. Uh, excuse me. Would have done a little bit more better for me, but I ultimately went with Scrafty. Scrafty's really, really good. Scrafty can use it has three extremely good abilities in Draft League, which is really, really good. Shed Skin to really get away with status, which is really nice. Where you can run rest 3 attack sets, just be a pseudo bulky offensive mon. There's Moxie sets, which with Dragon Dance or stuff like that can just really be really good, and obviously Intimidate, which is also another phenomenal ability, which can just lower attack stats. So Scrafty can be really really good. I think Scrafty is a mon I have been used I think only twice in my career. One was low tier, and low tier it popped off relatively well for us with I think a 5 or 6-0 sweep by itself with bulk up, which was really cool. And then the other time I used it, I think was decent. Wasn't probably the greatest. I could have used Scrafty. It could have been better. But overall, I think Scrafty is a really good Pokemon. I haven't used it in such a long time, so I'm really excited to give it another go. Another mon I kept on the team was Cinderace, was at 14, which I think was kind of a steal at 14. I think this could definitely be one of those 15 to 16 point mons because of how good it is. But yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. It is Blaze because of that. Good Elite Spear, which really kind of helps pair that speed tier with Garchomp. Fall of Garchomp and them don't want to deal with bulky waters, but a bulky water now has to deal with a combination of Darkrai, of a Garchomp plus a Bunny with their offense, and has to be like super defensive. But again, King can just whittle down by both to be set up with the other. And so Cinderace really good. We're obviously using Cinderace in another league, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But overall, I love Cinderace, and I ultimately went to keep it. There are a couple of fire types I really would have liked to had. I would have loved to grab my boy Darm and try Darm again after so long of not using him. But I'm going to go with Cinderace one more time just to see how we can do it. With the first of 4 transactions I picked up, I actually dropped Tapu Fini. I didn't necessarily hated the Tapu Fini bring. I liked Misty Surge. Misty Surge is a really good pairing with Garchomp. But I think ultimately, I mean, I want to try Finny again, but Finny is one of those mons I think I can use a little bit more differently. And overall, Finny is one of those mons I think is really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but I looked at an opportunity to want to kind of try some new mons and stuff like that, kind of bring back and go back to some old mons I've tried to try, but didn't gonna fully stay by. And that's kind of what Mega Blastoise is here. Mega Blastoise, a phenomenal mon, extremely defensive, which is really really good. Decent speed at 78 with us, because now with Rabbit's been moved, this thing can be really good. This thing can run modest every single week. And what's really cool about this mon is that even if it runs modest, it can still outspeed really good mons at bulk. And plus, this mon can just run rapid spin and get speed boost and just get bulk overall. This mon's really, really good. Mega Launcher is a really good ability, boosting the power of Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, and Dragon Pulse, and then Aura Spear. So really good Mon this week. Got Mon, and it also has decent other coverage like Body Press and Ice Beam. It cannot Shell Smash, otherwise this thing would either been at 19 points or banned. 19 to 20 points or banned. One of the two. So there would be that. But regardless, I really think this is a great Pokemon. I think it's going to be really good for the team, and I really hope it's going to do well for the squad itself. So really good stuff there. Oh, sorry guys. Obviously, with dropping Tapu Fini, I had to drop another mon, pick up a new fairy type, so I dropped a low and right shoe, and I picked up Sylveon. I've becoming kind of a really good fan here. I say this when it comes to evolutions outside of Draft League, I don't like Sylveon that much. Sylveon Shiny is dope, but I really don't like Sylveon at all as a Pokemon. But in Draft League, this is arguably one of the best evolutions to use in Draft League. Sylveon is so good, dude. So really good, especially defensive, which is really, really good because it lets some of my other team members kind of be more towards a physically defensive set, which is really good. This mon's a phenomenal Specs abuser. This is a really good Wish Cleric and Heal Bell user. Baton Pass, which is really good. I'm not allowed to pass stats, obviously, but of course, I can still do some dry passing to get momentum from my team. And it's just overall really good mod. This thing can become its own win com itself when it really wants to, or it can just really provide really good setup and then go from there. And again, it can be a really good supporter for the team. And overall, I love Sylveon. Sylveon's one of my personal favorites of fairies to use in Draft League, but it's going to be really interesting to see how we go from here. And as for the last three picks, I end up budgeting for 9 mons. Because one thing that sorry guys, I'm just kind of pausing because I feel like a sneeze is coming. One thing that I actually heard from one of my good one of the best players I've watched in Draft League being Veps is one of the key things he said when it came to when you draft Mons and there's like the lowest amount you can get versus the highest amount, and you go for the lowest amount because you value quantity over quality, and that means either you go really low with your budget and then you can have that, or go high with your budget, just have some Mons that you're probably never going to bring to a game. And I actually kind of took into advice for Vepsis there, and that's kind of why we went with this. So we went with the lowest number we possibly could, which was a 9 mon team. I dropped Serena to pick up Bouquet here, my Rose Raid. I have not used Rose Raid in such a long time. I have missed using Rose Raid. I felt like Rose Raid really added a lot for this team. Right now, we have a Stealth Rocker, that's it. And we have one Spitter, and so removal is not the greatest. So I needed grounded poison, and I think I needed something with a little bit more speed. Now the speed tiers are, I think, are looking really good for the team now in terms of what I can have. You know, I got 119 down to a 102, now down to a 90, and down to somewhere areas around between 78 and 80. And then lower speed tiers that kind of take advantage of Trick Room to a potential degree and stuff like that. So overall, I think it was really great. Rose Rate again provides me a really good status switch in Mon, which is really good. Setting up spikes and toxic spikes is very annoying for my opponents, and especially Leech Seed and Sleep Powder. This is overall going to be a very good Pokemon for my team, and I'm really hoping to use Rose Rate to success. I love misusing this thing for a while, and I'm definitely looking forward to trying it again. And then we dropped Gengar, which I was actually really sad at myself to drop Gengar. I didn't really want to do it. But Gengar was just that one mon I felt like could have fit the team well, but I just didn't think it would have done too much for us. But I ended up going with Necrozma. I have not used Necrozma in a hot minute. It has been a very, very long time since I have used Necrozma. Necrozma is a fun mon to use. Necrozma uses the Meteor Beam set just like Celesteela. So now it actually adds kind of some mind games. Do you think I'm going to bring 2 Meteor Beam Pokemon or 1? And if you think one's Meteor Beam, which is the other? You know, it actually can play some pretty cool mind games with this mon. It does get access to both Autotomize and Rock Polish for double speed boosting if I want to go that route. There's also been the store power sets, which I have proven to effect that store power sets are really good, especially if you know how to play with them correctly. The Crossbow overall is just a fantastic one. I can run weakness policy every single week and just be a great Pokemon. It can run so many good sets, and I think overall it's just a phenomenal Pokemon. So it's probably one of, if not the best Psychic type Pokemon in the game because of how diverse it can be, how unique it is, and how well it just kind of does to a platform. So I'm really hoping it gives me now another Stealth Rocker, which is really, really good. So Guard Chomp doesn't have to be pressured with that, which is also really nice. And again, it gave me a Trick Room on, which can actually take advantage of its base 79 speed tier with Trick Room if I can lower its UZs and run negative speed nature and run zero in its IVs, obviously. But overall, Necrozma, phenomenal mon. I decided to get one more spinner in terms of removal, so I have at least two ways of removal, and this is probably going to be one of the main ways I have it. But it's one of the underrated GOAT picks of my teams that you always love. It's Zoidberg, baby. Armaldo, he's back. Armaldo's a really good mod to run a Soul Vest with every other week because now you can run Rapid Spin and just take hits. It's a good mod to use with heavy boots, so it can kind of keep in contact with its bulk and offense and stuff like that. And again, it gives you a one that won't be weak to hazards as much. My team's not really weak to hazards. It's definitely weak to spikes, but otherwise, it's not really caring about rocks all that much in terms of stuff like that. But overall, this is a fantastic mon. I really do love Zoidberg here. And Zoidberg, if you don't sleep on offense, if you sleep on offensive Armaldo, you're gonna lose like half your team to this thing. I love Zoidberg, and it's gonna be a really good mod to have again. So that's it for the team, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know down below if my trades were great, my trades were kind of iffy, or if you think I maybe made a mistake with some of the trades. Do let me know in the comment section below. But that's it for me, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, guys. Peace.